Justice, last question. There ought to be a special prosecutor looking into this as well about some of the attorney generals in the states are going after Planned Parenthood, but it does appear as though they have violated numerous laws.
Of course there should be, and my guess is there will not be, because the Department of Justice is, as we've talked about before, politicized. But I applaud the attorneys general across the country who are conducting their own investigation. It has to be done.
Thank you for joining us for the Town Hall Review. Tell a friend and sign up for a podcast of our program at townhallreview.com. For executive producer Russell Shubin and producers Derek Fowler and Dwayne Patterson, I'm Hugh Hewitt. Join us again next week for another edition of Town Hall Review, the weekend review program from a perspective you can trust.
The New Jersey State Fair Sussex County Farm and Horse Show is coming quickly. Join us in celebrating 75 years of the Farm and Horse Show, July 31st through August 9th. Enjoy seeing livestock and horse shows, carnival rides, monster truck rides, racing pigs, pony rides, a petting zoo, great food, and so much more. Check out our new mobile app and get your fair tickets and mega passes early at njstatefair.org. That's njstatefair.org. This message sponsored by the New Jersey State Fair, the New Jersey Broadcasters Association, and this station.
From the studios of AM 970 The Answer on Broadway and Wall Street in Manhattan, this is WNYM Hackensack, New Jersey.
Fox News Radio, I'm Rich Johnson. Police in Houston are trying to sort out what happened and why after a shootout and a horrible tragedy.
3 adults and 5 children were found dead in a Northwest Harris County home during a welfare check late Saturday night. Harris County Sheriff's Deputy Thomas Gilliland says SWAT surrounded the home on Veterans Memorial Drive after receiving information about a man inside the home wanted for aggravated assault of a family member.
KTRH reporter Shelley Fox in Houston. The suspect, a 49-year-old man, surrendered after.
You're welcome. I hope you like it.
I do. I have tremendous respect for you.
Thank you.
So
The biggest
thank you so
problem
much.
that we have on Fox is that the time is limited, and between the anchors and great doctors, there's so much information that we're trying to give out, and sometimes I speak so fast that I sound like a robot, but I appreciate your support. Come to our social media on Facebook and Twitter, and we'd like to see you over there.
Thank you, doctor.
You're welcome.
I know.
Nice talking to you. Cheryl, we have about 30 seconds left or not? Not much time left. So give us like a final message.
On fruits and vegetables, I think that simply, if you're currently not eating, the recommended amount, you
10
probably
seconds.
know if you are or not, just, try to slowly, gradually increase at least either.
All right, we're going to put this on social media. We have 5 seconds left, and we'll see you next week. Thank you for being here.
The following is not an actor, but a real-life story from Trinity Debt Management.
I had numerous credit cards, and I was struggling with paying them off.
If you're in debt and you need help, call 5360 to talk to a certified counselor.
I had heard about Trinity, so I made the call. They took care of all of my credit cards, and now I am completely debt-free.
Trinity will consolidate your accounts into one easy-to-manage monthly payment, put a stop to late fees and over-limit charges, reduce your interest, and possibly improve your credit score. You'll save thousands.
The people at Trinity are very friendly. They will do whatever you need them to do in order for you to feel better about being in a very difficult place.
If your debt has you down, call Trinity at 1-800-758-5360.
My name is Ann, and I'm debt-free for keeps.
1-800-758-5360.
From the studios of AM 970 The Answer on Broadway and Wall Street in Manhattan, this is WNYM Hackensack, New Jersey, New York City.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pam Puso. In Ferguson, Missouri, they're remembering Michael Brown. A somber march is planned for this hour in honor of the black teenager shot and killed by a white police officer 1 year ago. Those demonstrators gathering yesterday at the site where Brown was shot.
The narrative, hands up, don't shoot, leading to riots with scores of businesses and police cars torched in what's still a visibly destroyed community.
The violence is not going to bring their baby back. The looting is not going to bring their babies back.
Now protesters are back in Ferguson along with civil rights leaders for planned events and a march as law enforcement leaders ask for peace.
Fox News Radio's Jeff Manasso. A deadly police shooting near Dallas is getting the FBI's attention. Black college football player Christian Taylor was killed Friday night by a white officer.
Arlington, Texas police say they were called after a security company monitoring closed-circuit TV spotted a Jeep that drove onto a car dealership showroom floor and a man jumping on cars. Police arrived and shot Taylor, who was unarmed.
Fox News Radio's Gary Baumgarten. The officer is on administrative leave. In police custody near Houston, a man found inside a home where 8 people were killed. No apologies from Donald Trump, the GOP presidential hopeful doubling down on comments made about Fox's Megyn Kelly, remarks he believes were harmless.
What I said was totally appropriate. There was nothing wrong. Only a deviant, and I literally mean that, only a deviant would think anything other than that.
Not everyone agrees, including Republican rival Jeb Bush, who called the comments wrong and insulting.
Jeb Bush said, well, Mr. Trump's tone is that. Well, we don't have enough time for tone. We need enthusiasm.
Trump on NBC's Meet the Press. Fox News Radio. Fair and balanced.
Little tablets is all it takes to make your thin hair feel and look thicker and fuller. Guaranteed. Viviscal is the #1 drug-free hair growth supplement in the U.S., with 1 box being sold every minute globally. It's clinically researched to promote existing hair growth for men and women, and now a 90-day supply of Viviscal is offered in your area risk-free plus free shipping. Call 800-280-9595. Viviscal nourishes thinning hair from within. You'll love your hair growth results, guaranteed. Viviscal is so effective, it's recommended.
On the Cats Roundtable, and then I'll be back with Joe Piscopo tomorrow morning from 6 to 9 a.m. and then with John Gambling from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. I think, unless management can find somebody else better to fill in, which is very possible, I'm going to be substituting for John Gambling on Tuesday from 11 to 1. So you should make a point to listen every day, but certainly on Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. And as always, you can email me, morano@nycradio.com, or leave me a voice message at 816-8-MORANO. That's 816-8-MORANO. Until next Sunday, I do appreciate you joining me. Have a wonderful Sunday. Frank Morano, good day.
Opinion, passion. This is AM 970. The Answer.
73, skies are sunny on the way to 85. Good morning. What's going on? We have the answer. New York City says it will have inspected and disinfected all 161 cooling towers on buildings which could be a source of Legionnaire's disease in the South Bronx. And Mitch Levy says the situation is now pretty much under control.
Mayor de Blasio says the likely source of the outbreak, which is now tapering off, is one of the 5 cooling towers originally identified as containing the Legionella bacteria.
We've had cooling towers like this for decades. We've never had an outbreak like this in all parts of the city. So something unusual happened here.
And that, he says, presents a new challenge.
We have to find out why this unprecedented outbreak occurred here and now.
And the mayor says experts are trying to determine just that to prevent it from ever happening again. De Blasio says the outbreak is a wake-up call, which will now have to be dealt with very forcefully and in very different ways. Mitch Levy, New York.
A Queens mother under arrest and facing second-degree murder charges after her newborn baby boy found dead in the courtyard of their apartment building. Prosecutors say the 21-year-old Rashida Chowdhury threw her 3-week-old son from a 4th-floor window of their apartment in Queens. District Attorney Richard Brown said the baby Rizwan Ahmad fell more than 40 feet to his death. Medical examiners say that the infant died of blunt injuries and had skull fractures and lacerations to his brain, liver, and spleen. Almost time to go back to school, and an expert on eye health says it's always a good idea to have the kids' eyes checked before school starts, especially in the computer era. Dr. Barbara Horn at the American Optometric Association says things like computers and tablet monitors are very tough on eyes.
Electronic devices nowadays are giving off high energy, short wavelength blue and violet light, which may affect vision and actually prematurely age the eyes.
Mets and the Yankees both lost. Traffic very light around the tri-state. You now know what's going on. I'm Chris Marrara on AM 970, The Answer.
Are you or someone you know struggling with the high cost of health care? You're not alone. The New York RX card is a free statewide prescription discount program that is not funded with tax dollars. It's available to every person in New York, regardless of your age, income, or health condition. There are no restrictions. Everyone is eligible, providing discounts as high as 75% on both brand and generic medications. And yes, it's free and confidential and works with or without insurance. Download your card today by visiting NewYorkRxCard.com or call 1-800-931-2297. 1-800-931-2297 to receive your free and confidential card. It's honored at most pharmacies in New York and more than 58,000 nationwide. It's their third year, and they've helped New Yorkers save more than $50 million on prescription medications. The New York RX Card, here for you. 1-800-931-2297.
Summer deals and summer looks at Model Sporting Goods. 25% off select men's and women's Nike apparel, footwear, and backpacks this week only. Stop in and save $10 on all Adidas backpacks and 20% off select football protective gear. Low prices on Champion and Beverly Hill Polo Club tees, now 3 for $20. And boys Adidas graphic cotton tees, just $10. Plus, save up to $15 on select footwear for the family. Models has everything you'll need this fall. Visit your local store or Models.com and start shopping. When you gotta go to school, you gotta go to Modes. Nike sales starts 8/9.
Listen to us anywhere. TuneIn.com, iHeartRadio.com. Get the app at AM970theanswer.com. He came to America when he was 6 months old. He started as a stock boy at the grocery store. Eventually, he owned it. He turned it into the biggest grocery store chain in New York City. He now owns a real estate company worth $700 million. He ran for mayor of New York City. He almost won. You can't make this story up. This is the Cats Roundtable with John Catsimatidis.
Everywhere around the world, they come to America. Every time that flag's on the
Good morning, New York. Welcome to the local edition of the Cats Roundtable, and I hope you have a strong cup of coffee ready. This morning we have a great show. This is John Katz.